Hi there friends, I'm here with Esprit on the cross ties and we are about to head over to the indoor to film this week's training suggestion for you, and I'm going to do it right from the cross ties so that Esprit isn't exactly perfectly mannered, so that you know what kind of things that you can do to help create a little bit more discipline with your horse right from the get-go. So today we're going to be covering proper leading and controlling our horse's shoulders. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. Hi there everyone. For today's video, all you'll need is a pair of gloves, your whip, and a rope halter. You can certainly do this with your horse all tacked up, but if you're short on time and just want to do it with a rope halter, that's great too. So we're going to talk today about leading your horse. Ideally, you'd like to be able to lead your horse with as little physical pressure as possible. So you're not dragging them around or holding them back. What I had to do here was to give a little physical pressure on the rope for Esprit to follow me at first and to back away from me at first. But what I want to establish here is that she just starts to copy my body language, so that when I walk off, she walks off with me. When I stop walking, she stops walking. So we just practice that a little bit. And then also you want to make sure that you can lead your horse from both directions. So practice leading your horse on their right side. Horses don't love it all the time when you're on their right side, so you want to practice being over there as much as possible and making them a little bit more comfortable with that. So you can see as Esprit and I go along here, she starts to get a little bit better about just coming with me when I ask her to, and stopping when I ask her to, and then backing up away from me when I ask her to. So we establish that we get good safe space between the two of us. Esprit does have a tendency to kind of want to walk a little bit behind me, so you can see I use my whip behind my back to get her to move her shoulder over to the side of me. And she gets a little bit better about that, and notice I'm not pulling and tugging on the rope anymore. Also, one thing to notice is when I want her to stop, that I always place the tip of my whip down. So now I'm doing what we call drawing the shoulders. I've got my whip in my left hand pointing at her left shoulder and asking her to stay a little bit over to the right side of me. Now she's already tired of my game, so I have to tug a little bit on the rope to get her going again. But ideally I'd like her to follow me, and with my whip is in my left hand, she should move over to my right side. And then I'm just going to switch the whip over, point it at her right shoulder so she moves over to my left side. And then as I come towards the camera, it's going to be a little bit hard to see, but think of 3 tracks. I'm on one track and she's going to move to my left and my right side to create 3 tracks between the two of us. So I'm staying on one line, asking her to move to my right side, and then I'm continuing to back up and switching the whip and asking her to move over to my right and then back to my left again. So that's something that you can kind of play around with, just getting your horse to be a little bit easier to move around. This final exercise is a tough one that you might want to go find my groundwork classes on my free training series to get a better explanation of this. But what I'm doing is backing her up and turning her shoulder all at the same time. Just getting a little bit of flexibility work in her shoulders and learning to be a little bit lighter and on her hind end there. So those are some little exercises that you can work on this week to get your horse's shoulders lighter and easier to move around. Thanks for watching.